Theology must interpret the gospel for today's world. In a new motu proprio, ad Theologiam promovendam, Pope Francis updates the statutes of the Pontifical Academy of Theology, calling it to courageous cultural revolution and commitment to dialogue in the light of revelation. A church that is synodal, missionary, and goes forth needs a theology that goes forth, too. That's the thought behind Pope Francis' new motu proprio ad Theologiam promovendam, linked to Italian original, dated November 1, 2023, which updates the statutes of the Pontifical Academy of Theology. Established canonically by Clement XI on April 23, 1718, with a brief inscrutabile, the Academy aimed to place theology at the service of the Church and the world. It has evolved over the years into a group of scholars called to investigate and deepen theological themes of particular relevance. Now, for the Holy Father, it is time to revise the norms that regulate its activities to make them more suited to the mission that our times impose on theology. Opening up to the world and to humanity, with its problems, its wounds, its challenges, its potential, theological reflection must make room for an epistemological and methodological rethinking, and is therefore called to a courageous cultural revolution. What is needed is a fundamentally contextual theology, writes the Pope, capable of reading and interpreting the gospel in the conditions in which men and women live daily, in different geographical, social, and cultural environments. Dialogue with different traditions and disciplines. Theology must develop in a culture of dialogue and encounter between different traditions and different disciplines, between different Christian denominations and different religions, the Apostolic Letter says. It must engage openly with all, believers and non-believers alike. This is the approach of transdisciplinarity, Francis specifies. The Apostolic Constitution Veritatis Gaudium explains that this means situating and stimulating all disciplines against the backdrop of the light and life offered by the wisdom streaming from God's revelation. For this reason, theology must make use of new categories developed by other forms of knowledge, in order to penetrate and communicate the truths of faith and transmit the teaching of Jesus in today's languages, with originality and critical awareness. A pastoral stamp. Then there is the contribution that theology can make to the current debate of rethinking thought, showing itself, as a discipline of wisdom, to be a true critical discipline. Theology is a discipline that must not be abstract and ideological, but spiritual, stresses Francis, worked out on one's knees, pregnant with adoration and prayer, a transcendent discipline and, at the same time, attentive to the voice of the people.